I'm a wild child, come and love me. I want you. Ooh, my heart's in exile. I need you to touch me. What's up, folks? 'Cause I'm a wild child, come and love me. I want you. My heart's in exile. I want you to touch me. Good evening, Terry. What's up, Matthew Worth? How's it going, pal? New to the channel, I see. Que pasa, AGM? How you been, man? I haven't seen you. What's up, Darren Farrell? What's up? Jay Collins? Jeff Rice? My friend from Florida. Hello to all my friends. Alright, so, if you remember, now some of you have been with me for a while. What's up, Chaka? Ruben? Grip sent me over a whole bunch of stuff, man, probably 6 months ago now. It's been a while. We're going to slowly start looking at some of the stuff here. This is Grip's 8-piece professional screwdriver set. Grip, Grand Rapids Industrial Products. They sell them at a whole bunch of different places. Actually, I was at Micro World, and they had Grip flashlights and some Grip, yep, exactly. Amazon. Yeah, so they had, they're sold at a bunch of places. We can check it out, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much this set costs on Amazon. Some of the stuff you got to search for. It's kind of weird. You gotta kind of put the name in and really hope for the best is what you really got to do. So let's take a closer look. Heavy duty TPR handles with drop forward CRV steel shafts and magnetized tips. So this set comes with, you're going to have 4 Phillips and 4 flatheads. Flat 1/4, 1.5 3/16, 3 1/4, and a 4 5/16. Obviously your number 2 Phillips, 1.5, number 1 Phillips, 3, 2, 4, and a 3/6 inch. So let's crack her open and just take a look and see. For a budget screwdriver set, oh, I almost lost you there a second. What's up, Polly Drew? You might just have to eat right into this sucker. Never can go wrong with your Milwaukee Fastback razor knife. I'm a wild child, come and love me. I want you. I want you to touch me. What the heck? You guys there? '94 GT. This is coming from a guy who uses Craftsman. Has a Craftsman drill. Luckily, he started tuning into me. Now he's buying Milwaukee. He's stepping up. He's using that paycheck a little bit. These are right up 94 GT's alley, man. Looking for a nice budget set, 94. You gotta go to Grip. Alright, so let's take a look. Oh, there we have it. This should do the job. Let's take a couple of these suckers out. I want a green one, man. Hey Vince, what's up, buddy? I know you're gonna, cause that screwdriver's it, cause use the one of those to slice. I got it. It's cool. All right. There we have it right there. Look at this. Not bad. You got the a bolster. I don't know, my camera is so messed up. Can you guys even see this? I'm facing the camera here to get it in the center. I must have hit something. All right. Yeah, so no, Jeff, nice grip to him, man. You got man, I can't even see. Let me take a... You there? Oh man, we're having all kinds of issues. Hey, what's up, Clint? Yeah, so you see that that's a nice rubber overmold right on her right here. Nice with some plastic in the middle. You got a hex bolster, like I said, if you want to use it with a wrench or anything like that. Look at that. Chrome. Vanadium, or Vanadium, as we like to say. Real nice. This camera is giving me a whole bunch of issues. But not bad. Nice grip to them. You know, this is a flathead, obviously. You got the black. It's got a magnetic tip to it. Let me see if I can get some screws here. Well, this might work. As you can see, some people like these, some people don't. You know, it depends on the application. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the magnetic tip. But and it does help out in certain situations. I mean, it really matters what you're using it for. But yeah, so you know, pretty much everything right now. You know, yeah, exactly. Chrome Vanadium is very popular. All the screwdrivers, sockets, you know, all kinds of stuff. Wrenches. It's the popular thing. You know, for a low budget set, it's got a nice grip to it, as it's called, Grip. You know, you got a bolster on it, which is pretty cool. You know, a lot of the low priced, I'm gonna grab. Let me, where am I? These are my fancy dancy DeWalt's. Now look how thin. Now besides the handle being real chintzy. Now, and like I said, these aren't cheap screwdrivers. You know, I mean, are they cheap? Kinda. But I want to say they were like $22. And I think it was an 8-piece also. But, I mean, obviously this is a small flathead, but real thin. There's no bolster on it. You know, these look pretty well made. You know, very solid. You got some hard plastic going around the bolster here. I'm pretty impressed, actually. Yeah, let's take a look at the Phillips. Here's the number one. Has a nice tip to it. It also has a bolster. You know, to get them this size, even with a bolster. I mean, again, I'm not comparing them to a Wera, but you know, and this is a smaller. Let me see if I have. You know, very similar. No bolster. Kind of just into the handle, molded in. I mean, this looks pretty solid here. Definitely a weight difference between the two. I mean, this is really light. Again, it's a little bit smaller size. You got a thicker... Exactly. EJM is the bomb. Do you like the Weehaw better than these? Totally different classes. Hey, Vince. Lawnmower. Yeah, they feel good, man. They really do. I mean, listen, I thought that they would be kind of chintzy and like really light. I mean, they're made pretty good, man. I wouldn't think of them as, you know, really like cheap screwdrivers. I mean, again, the price point. I used to have Jason Jordan look this stuff up. You know, like I said, you got that nice rubber overmold, molded in. You got the plastic. It's a kind of grooves in there. I guess maybe you can kind of put your thumb in maybe some of the bigger ones. Yeah, I mean, kind of. But, I mean, this one is a beast. I mean, this is a heavy freaking screwdriver right here. You got a real thick shaft on it. Real thick shaft. And what's, you know, you can, and, you know, with a little file, you can file, if you don't like the magnetic part, these magnetic tipped flatheads or the Phillips, but, you know, probably a little bit harder to do, obviously, with a Phillips, but, you know, get your grinder if you want. I mean, if it's a big deal. I mean, you got to be real careful. You don't want to really mess with the tip, but, I mean, after these get used and abused a little bit, and after, if it's still bothering you, I mean, I'm sure they make these non-magnetic, but, you know, you can always file it down. But, yeah, man, I like them. I'm not afraid to say it. I am pretty impressed. For a... Now, that's the thing. I don't know what the price is, but this is a great comparison here, man. Here's a bigger Phillips. Let me see if I got one in the box. No. I'm gonna have to... And I won't... Stand up. Get up. Stand up for your rights. Come on. Again, a little bit bigger, but I mean, you can see the difference in the shaft. I mean, this is DeWalt's bargain screwdriver. They've just come out with a new set, actually. I mean, but you can bend this. I mean, you can really, I mean, I'm sure we all have bent screwdrivers along the years, or actually even ripped the handles out, but, you know, especially with a flathead, if you're going at something to kind of chisel something, trying to wedge, I mean, this thing would bend real simple, real easy. You ain't bending this freaking thing. Obviously, it's a Phillips, but, you know, with this flathead here, real nice. Real nice. Where is EJM? EJM, you got two. Yeah, that's what I said, Terry. The bolster's great, man. You know, to put a wrench on. You know, it also adds a little support, if you ask me, you know, around the handle to the shaft here. You know, I would always look for a bolster if you can. EJM, checked out the, or any of you guys, check out Amazon, see how much these are. Because actually, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think these were really that cheap. Yeah, Grip was at the, I wasn't there, guys, but I know they were at the Michigan Tool Show with a lot of these companies. Who was there? Genius was there. Genius. It was on Instagram. And I know Grip was there. They had a booth set up. But, you know, these are from China, guys. Strictly from China. These are, you know, what I think Grip does is basically, I think that this is like a screwdriver that, listen, if I want to get a Tool Boss screwdriver, okay? All right, let me go look up some maker in China. And if I wanted to, this could say Tool Boss on it instead of Grip. And I'd have my little logo there. But guys, you got to be realistic here. And again, I always kind of stretch common sense, even with the comments. You know, everything's kind of made in China, guys, pretty much, you know. Obviously, with some of these hand tools, you do get some American-made screwdrivers. But, you know, this is not priced as a premium. But I could tell you, this isn't a cheap screwdriver. So, whatever company is making these for Grip, they did a hell of a job. It's definitely a nice set. And, you know, these companies, they just don't, they go over probably, I'm sure, lots and lots of samples. Now, this is just me talking and my opinion of me running off the top of my head how I think Grip does this. I could be totally wrong, and it could be more, you know, comprehensive than what I'm saying. But, you know, obviously, when you're a tool retailer, you want the best bang for your buck. You want the best quality. And, you know, these are pretty damn nice. They list these as professional grade, and I could see it. I mean, listen, are they going to be as a professional grade Wiha, professional grade Wera? No. But, you know, if you're going to save half the price, I mean, I can tell you right now, they're way better than these DeWalt's. Hands down. Not even a question. And here, we're going to do a little thing with my old USA-made Craftsman that I found. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put it in some solution. We're going to kind of clean this up a little bit. But, yeah, here's a 41853 Craftsman Phillips. But, yeah, I guess. I mean, these are. I mean, they're heavy tools, man. They're not bad. I'm really surprised. Thank you, EJM. Oh, Monkey Brains, good to have you, Nathaniel. Just tuned in. What's up, Carl? These are Grip. Yeah, Weber's are very nice. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is after the video is over, I'll find them on Amazon. Yeah, I know, Monkey Brains. You're a legend on this channel, finding me that freaking picker thing, man. Every time I do a contest, I mention you, Monkey Brains. Yeah, Instagram too. I mean, you're like you're a Tool Boss legend. When I have the Hall of Fame one day, the Tool Boss Hall of Fame, you're going to be the first member. Yeah, I like them. I really like them. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if I have any small screws here. I like kind of to try to do something with them. Well, I guess this might work with the flat head. Let's see if we got some wood. Work. Get up. Nah, that ain't gonna work. But yeah, I'm impressed. Yeah. Yeah, well, they're going to be over at the Lowe's very soon. Did I hurt your feelings, 94 GT? 94 GT's all... He gets like this. You say something about his Craftsman, he starts trying to get like personal and stuff like that. It's all right. We're men here. We're big boys. Lowe's, yeah. Let me tell you, I stayed there for another 10 minutes, man. 10 minutes, and that alarm was still going off. It was hilarious. Oh, it was good, dude. Yeah, I like them, man. I should have really set up for, I mean, it ain't gonna really show much. But, yeah, I think they're not bad. You know, it really matters what the price point is. You know, if you're going to, you know, compare them to, you know, a premium brand, and I'm going to, you ain't going to see much difference. I'm going to be bold and say it. Now, listen, they're Chinese made. I'm not saying they're where are we, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, they're pretty well made. You know? They're pretty well made. I'm pretty impressed. And, you know, it really matters what the price point is. That it might be of interest to you. I mean, look at this. It's got a real magnetic tip here, man. I mean, this thing. Serious. What is made in the great USA? Bronx Birdman. Well, you got some channel lock stuff. That's made in the USA. Obviously, some of the Klein stuff. I think Klein screwdrivers are made in the USA. I'm almost positive. And how about that deal today? I mean, look at it. It's so... You know, that would be something that I don't like. I mean, it's really magnetic, guys. I mean, if you're looking for a magnetic... I mean, look at this. Watch, it's going to go probably over there. Let me just give it a little help. It's like a little bit. If you're looking for a real magnetic screwdriver set, I mean, this might be something you're looking for. But if you really don't, you know, if you kind of, obviously you wouldn't get a magnetic set, but I mean, it's a really strong, I have a couple magnetic screwdrivers and they ain't nowhere, I mean, something like a bit. I mean, these bits are pretty heavy, you know, compared to a screw. And, I mean, it's picking it up like jelly. It could probably cost... Almost pulled the trigger on the Klein set. Yeah, listen, at those prices, man, you know, you got a multi-screwdriver, which is, I think, usually, what, 15, 16... Listen, some places $20. I think they're like $18.95 at Lowe's. I could be wrong, but let's just say $15. What else came with it? You got the wire stripper. That's probably a good $12, $13 right there. And then you got the pliers with it there. I mean, 29 bucks. You know, there was testers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously geared towards electrician and stuff, but you know, the Klein stuff is good for the DIY. I mean, when you're gonna pay those prices, you know, what's a cut? You know, you go with Husky or Irwin or Lennox. You know, some of their pliers and some of their multi-bit screwdrivers. Actually, the Lennox one, I really like that one. If you're not familiar with Lennox, DeWalt, Stanley Black & Decker just bought Lennox. I think they bought them with the Irwin. I think Irwin and Lennox were the same company until, yeah, multimeter. And there was another deal. Somebody commented on that video. Out of those 6 deals, there was another one that wasn't shown. I guess the guy who commented was looking at Klein stuff. And because he was looking for something else and he found another deal. I don't know. It's in the comments. Brandon Usher, what's up, my brother? Yeah, so 26 minutes. Good. Perfect timing. So, guys, listen. I really like the grip, too, man. You know, listen. If you're looking for a magnetic set of screwdrivers and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, you know, they kind of look like the Pittsburghs a little bit. I've never really used a Pittsburgh. Next time I go to Harbor Freight, I'll probably just maybe buy a set of them. I don't know though. I don't think they're this heavy. I mean, again, this is their heavy duty TPR handles. They have drop forged CRV steel shafts and magnetic tips. It's grips, you know, professional grade, if you want to call it, for them. Screwdrivers. You know, just what it comes down to, guys, use common sense. You know, if you're not looking to spend a whole lot of money on a screwdriver set, but you want something that's pretty well made, decent. And again, I think you could probably get these without the magnetic tips. But look at this little stubby. I mean, you know, to get the hex bolsters on there, I mean, you really have to price them out. I mean, you got to look, listen, I want a set of screwdrivers. I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of money. I want the magnetic tip screwdriver, you know. I want the chrome vanadium. I want a hex bolster on my screwdrivers. Price them out. You know, if all I can tell you is that these look pretty solid. You know, we'll use them. This is me first time opening these up, guys. So, but I like to do the unboxings and you know, just give you my first general opinion on the stuff. You know, I'm trying to give you different views of it, but pretty well made, man. Really impressed. I really wasn't expecting this. Not that I wasn't expecting it. I mean, but they're pretty solid. But for some reason, guys, and I don't want to blow smoke up your rear, and it could be just a brain fart, because I think at one point, like when I first got them, or I think when Grip contacted me, they said pick out some stuff. I don't know if these were really that cheap. I think they were like $29.99, which, I mean, it's not really that expensive. I mean, when you consider, I think these were like 20 bucks. But you know, listen, all I can give you is my opinion on 69. Joe McCourt, what's up, buddy? The Project Source, yeah, Project Source. What are they from? What are they from, EJM? Project Source. Are those like Walmart or Home Depot? I think Home Depot or Lowe's. They're like red with a black handle, right? The Project Source. 69. Lowe's. Okay, it was Lowe's. I have a Pro Source tape measure. A piece of garbage. Piece of junk. But yeah, so listen, they're comfortable. And I'm not going to go over everything again. But if you're looking for those things that I mentioned on your screwdriver, and you want an 8-piece kit, and you know you're looking for flathead and Phillips, Project Source is the same. Yeah, you probably, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that, Monkey Brains, but it makes total sense. Are you going to the Milwaukee event in May, Nathan? It's in June. I hope so. Pittsburgh Pro screwdriver. Yeah, John, if you just got here, towards the end of this video, it was in the back of my head, and they kind of do look like the Pittsburghs. And I know the Pittsburgh Pros of Harbor Freight, they do have a set, and it's probably called their professional set, has the hex bolster too. Hey, go with them. If you know, I don't have any experience with their screwdrivers, but I think I've heard some pretty good things about them. But next time I go to Harbor Freight, I mean, they're so goddamn cheap. I think their 8-piece set is what, $15 or something. So, you know, if these are 30 and they're 15, I mean, I would try the Pittsburgh Pros probably first. Maybe. But yeah. Project Source, Lowe's, yeah. I don't know. I like them. I keep like trying to. I hope you can kind of just. I mean, they're not bad. They're really not bad. And the only thing, you know, like I said, I got the DeWalt's here. I mean, and listen, they all work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're using them every day for your trade, you know, I definitely wouldn't recommend these DeWalt's. And you know, I think with the flatheads with these, you're gonna get a long time out of them. You know, they're made out of some, you know, good materials. Nice thick shaft. You know, you can't beat the thick shaft. And you got the, you know, the chrome vanadium that is just, like I said, everywhere. So, you know, I'll see if I can find them on Amazon. I'll put them underneath the video. But for me, I definitely think, you know, it's hard. Usually I kind of know the price of everything. Before the video started, I kind of really quick, I should have really took more time trying to see if I could find the price. But I'm going to say $29.99. That might be a little high in my guess. It could be. Oh, $23. Okay, Nathaniel did it. I was waiting. Bronx Birdman, it's not. And I think those Harbor Freight ones might be a little bit more than 15. But so they're $23, guys. Listen, I'm going to put it out now. And listen, you don't have to agree with me. It's up to you. But for a $20 set of screwdrivers, I mean, I really do recommend them. But, you know, we'll use them. And we'll see how they go. But, I mean, it's a screwdriver. I mean, me screwing a little screw in a piece of wood ain't going to tell you anything. You know, all screwdrivers work. It's really about the durability. And, you know, how the tips stay. And, you know, the materials. And it's made out of pretty good materials. You got some features on it with the bolster. You got a real nice grip. You know, these are so not only being just real cheap, they're very uncomfortable screwdrivers. You know, the people who love the Craftsman screwdrivers from the old days, and even, you know, the channel locks are kind of with the hard plastic. I mean, they're not the most comfortable, but you know, when you're looking with some of these grips or on these screwdrivers, obviously the Wera is known for its handle and its grip, but yeah, it's a real nice grip on this. But for $23, where'd you find that, Nathaniel? What was it on? 23.15. You got Lon Moore's to the penny. Now, is that on Amazon, guys? Nathaniel and Lone Moore. You got the Kung Fu grip. You must say, with the G.I. Joe and the Kung Fu grip. Hey, Joey Gamer, what's up, my man? Okay, Amazon. So, yeah, man. $23. I think it's a great buy. I think it's a real good buy. You know, check out how much the Harbor Freight ones are. I mean, if you want to try them. I don't think you're really going to see much difference. I don't want to be the Rubber Grip Craftsman. Yeah, yep, they're not bad. I'm excited. We're getting down. Somebody had something on Instagram the other day, kind of like a countdown to win the Craftsman. And I think they rolled it back. I think I saw second half of Q2. Yeah, I guess that would be like May, June. But who knows? I know they're doing it. They are producing these Craftsman tools at the Lennox Irwin facility in Connecticut. I believe that Lennox factory, I think it started off as a Lennox, and then when they bought, Stanley Black & Decker bought Irwin Lennox, they kind of, you know, threw Craftsman in there. I know they're doing a lot of hiring in that Connecticut facility, so I think that's where they're making them, is in their Connecticut facility. But I'll tell you that Lennox makes a great 10-1, I think. It might be 11-1. I don't know. My buddy had one laying around, and we had to do something, and I was like, oh, this thing is pretty damn comfortable, man. I like this. Kind of had the Kung Fu grip too. It had some nice. It just had a real nice grip on it. And, you know, it worked like any other multi screwdriver, and it had a real nice. You know, it just was a real smooth. And I asked him. He's like, yeah, $7.99. And when I did that Lowe's video, I looked for it, and they had them there. They were $9.99. So I don't know. But Stanley, yeah, Stanley Black & Decker, Nathaniel. They bought Craftsman around a year ago now from Sears. And let me tell you, Sears looks like it's on its last leg, man. The stock was like $2.20. It was actually $1.80 at one point. I mean, you got to remember, guys, 5 years ago, you know, what was his name? Eddie Lambert. That let's go back 7 years. That stock was like $400 freaking dollars a share. $400 a share, and I think its all-time high. It might even have been like $600-700 during like that crazy, you know, the .com era type years, something like that. But yeah, it's a shame. Well, there's this one guy that says Sears is doing this on purpose. I don't want to talk all about it. I mean, I'm into stock, so I read some of this stuff once at a time. But they're trying to do this to take these tax losses, because the tax losses are actually going to make more money than the stores make. He's got this whole rationale. It's a pretty smart financial guy, and he's saying it's going to go to 100. So I wouldn't know how smart he is actually, now that I think about that comment. But all right, make a long story short. All right, so for $23, if you made it through this 40-minute video, and we looked at some DeWalt, we looked at the Wera, we looked at some different competitors, some different brands and makes. Listen, for $23, I'm pretty impressed with these. But you know, use common sense. You know, if you're looking for, if you're going to be using this as an everyday, I mean, like I said, I don't think you're going to have any issues for a long time with these. But, you know, if you're looking for a really good quality set, there's the Kleins, there's the Weha, there's the Weras. For home use, DIY, $23. You're going to be set for a long time with these. Again, you got the magnetic tip. I'm not sure if they make a set without that, but I might have to send 94 GT Coupe one of these so he can check it out. And he can, you know, cool his jets a little bit. But I like them. So, again, actually $7 less than what I thought they were going to be. So, something to think about, people. If you're looking for a nice bargain screwdriver set. Amazon, I'll have the link if I can find it. Some of you guys found it, which is good, so I'll be able to find it. But, all right, folks. Everybody, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Thanks for just being a friend. A $2.42 a share. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So, I appreciate all you guys. Scott D, I got to get that out to you. I'll have it out to you next week. All right, Scott D. All right, Scott D. Nah, that's not right, Lawnmower. It was way higher than $99. 94 GT. Tell them how high that stock was at one point. That might only go back 10 years. I don't even think it was 10 years ago when it was in the hundreds. I gotta check. But anyway, everybody, oh, Grip 8-piece professional screwdriver set. We'll catch you on the flip.